Fantasy check-in now for the San Antonio Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge had been struggling earlier in the season with his efficiency. That's back on track, 56% over the last 6 games from the field, 83 from the line, and back to being a top 30 guy, while DeMar DeRozan also scoring 20 points per game, and he's sitting around that top 35 mark as well. They're really buoyed by the 1.5 steals, higher than what he normally does, and 7 assists, which of course is a career high for him. The guy who's really trending on this Spurs team, and I think is a must-roster player, is Derrick White. Only 28 minutes a game, but the 34th ranked player over the last 2 weeks because he's getting steals in bunches, 2 a game, 3.8 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks. Now, the 54% from the field is a little bit fluky. He can be decently efficient, though. He's a big guard. But those blocks, while they look stupidly high, and they are, he's a bloody good shot blocker. He showed it in college at Colorado. He showed it for the Austin Spurs last season. He blocks shots, and he does it consistently now. At the start of his season, he wasn't doing it. He's much more confident, much more comfortable now, and it's coming, and he is a must-roster player. The other guy who is a top 100 player for this Spurs team is Bryn Forbes. I don't think Forbes is a great NBA player, but he's got a solid 30-plus minute a night role. He's hitting 2.5 threes with 14.5 points on 49% shooting with almost 4 assists. That's worthy of consideration, at least in 12-team leagues. Now, I don't think that the assist numbers or that 3-point shooting will necessarily stick, but he's a guy that's a top 100 player, and you have to put that into consideration. Outside of that, Rudy Gay slumping at the moment, dealing with a wrist issue, 26 minutes a game over the last 5. Outside the top 170, the efficiency, which was massively sky high to begin this season, has dropped 40% from the field, 24% from 3. So this could be a case of see if anyone drops him, and I'd add him off the waiver wire. And those numbers he was putting up to begin the season weren't going to be able to stick, and we're seeing that pretty comfortably now. I think in 10-team leagues, he's really a borderline roster guy. It depends on who's on your wire, but I wouldn't be holding on to him with dear life. And there's not much else happening with this Spurs team. Guys like Bertans and Bellinelli, they can be streamed in for triples. They're hitting over 2 threes per game themselves, but doing very, very little else, and their roles will be relatively inconsistent, especially Bertans.